said, you can see Shawn's already doing work. She wasn't waiting for me to get the cameras and, well, wait for all the batteries to be dead anyhow. But here we are along our road on our property, as you can tell from all the trees. And this is where our buddy Lynn came and widened this road out for us. So now we can easily get up and down through here with Blue Jean, the trailer, everything. It's nice and wide all the way through. Part of that widening was he knocked down a bunch of trees like this one here. So instead of just letting them all sit here and decay, which would be fine, we decided we're going to go ahead and try to clean some of this up a little bit and buck it up because, well, we're out of firewood up at the camp. So we're going to try to get all this limbed up and then bucked up, and then we'll move it up to the top of the mountain and get them split along with the tree that I cut down before when I built the deck. So we already have some rounds up there that I need to split. We'll get these rounds moved up there, and then we'll get them all split. So let's get busy on that. All right, so we got that one all bucked up and stacked up down by the road. Now on to the next one. This one kind of left us in a widowmaker, if you will, or a dead man hanging. So you see this tree here is still connected to the root, and as we walk you can see there's a couple small saplings here that it's resting on, and then if you look up into this pine tree here, so you can see there's a limb from the down tree wrapped around the other tree that's still vertical. So I don't want to have to cut that tree down. I probably could just cut that down and it'll just go. But instead, what we're going to do first is I'm going to cut these saplings out right here. Try to relieve the tension off of those so that I know that the tree's not, it's just one less thing to help, that's going to prevent the tree from moving even more. I have a good escape route right there where the camera is, and then I have another good escape route right over there that's nice and clear, so that if this tree does move, I can run away, and there's enough of these other trees that's going to prevent it from flipping right over on my head. So what we're probably going to do, just because the way this tree is leaning on that other tree, we're going to get Shawn set up on the other side with the camera, because I know for sure the tree's not going that way, because it's got too many big trees in between it on that side, so it's not going to go that way. So we're going to get Shawn set up on that side. I just want to explain what we're going to try to do before we do it. And if when I cut these, if that doesn't work, I'm just going to go down to the trunk, cut that, put a chain on it, drag it back, and then let it drop. And then that way I'm not worried about it dropping on my head. So let me get geared up and let's do that. All right, so that did nothing.
Oh, sorry.
So
oops.
like I said, so that's on this side of the tree and on that side of that tree. So now I'm going to go down towards the root and try to cut that. What I'll do is I'll make my first cut up top just to give it somewhere to break, and then I'm going to have to cut from the bottom coming up, right, because all that tension's going down and this piece is going to want to come down. So like I said, Shawn's in a safe place where the camera is. I got a good escape route over here. Let's see what happens.
I think it's going to come without you pulling it.
Huh?
I think if you cut a few more pieces off, it's going to come down.
All right.
Maybe.
Let's try that.
We'll go with plan B right now. Then we'll move on to C, D, E, F, G. Maybe not.
All right, I think that's gonna have to do for now. We'll finish bucking this up, get it out of the way, and then I think I'll grab a rope or a chain or something and hook it to this and just pull it out a little, and that's gonna come down. Those limbs are twisted up in there pretty good. And there's another tree behind it. So yeah, I think if we just give this a little tug, you can see it's going between a couple trees there, all those limbs. And yeah, we'll have it out no problem. Or maybe even now that it's down, we can just cut these limbs off, then I'll go cut it again and drop another piece of it. But we came out unscathed. Luckily, it's all about preparation and planning. So you got to plan what you're going to do. Because if we would have just started cutting a tree or whatever, who knows what it would have done. So let's get this thing bucked up and stacked up so we can split it. Well, that was easy. Both those trees, so we cut up that big pine tree, and I think this one right here is an oak tree. I think it's that post oak. So we'll use that for smoking and stuff like that, or kindling. It'll be nice if we split these up real nice and small into little sticks, and we can use them to start the fire once ever we get a potbelly stove for the cabin. So let's pack all this gear up. Let's head up the mountain and figure out where we're going to dump this so we can start splitting.
A lot of wood. All right, let's go get the log splitter and get these bad boys split up. The boss had to go, so it's just me now. I'm gonna get this bad boy fired up, and what I'm gonna do is that pile over there is some kind of oak. I have a little app that I try to look it up. I'm not real good at identifying all these trees yet. Something on my to-do list. So that's some kind of oak. So I want to separate that from the pine so that I can use that inside, and I can use it to cook with because it puts off a real good flavor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that stuff up first and then stack it over here in between these two little trees, and then I'm going to hit all this pine, and then I'm going to stack that up over there. So enough for me jabbering. Probably cue some music, do the time lapse, and let's see how much of this we can get done today. We're calling it a day right there. I probably still have about 20 pieces back there, but it's probably hard to appreciate from here, but that's a little wobbly. Not my best work. I'm not going to win any competitions on the outdoors with the Morgans for that. I might come back tomorrow, see if I can't straighten it out. I can tell the top's leaning back a titch, so I might just try to bang it around a little. But all that's what I think is oak over there. I scanned the top wood with that little app, and it said it was something from New Zealand, so I doubt it's correct. But I know that's post oak on the bottom. I'm pretty sure. If you know, leave me a message or shoot me a comment down below. Let me know what it is. I know this is all pine here. I have to give props to the old Performance Built 27-ton log splitter. Last time we used it was right when we bought it. So I don't know. I'll link the video, probably right up here above my head. That's the last time we used it. So I drained out the old fuel, put some new oil in it, put some new fuel in it, and it did great. I mean, it fired right up, and no issues at all. supremely impressed with that. So this is all just for future use, because we're completely out up here for split wood. So that's why we decided to do this today. Not that this will be ready anytime soon. The good news is that way is south, so usually the wind blows north to south or south to north, so it's going to cut right through all these and hopefully dry them out here in a few months, and they'll be good to go for the winter. But yeah, that's it. Absolutely blessed. God is so good to us. I mean, it's a beautiful day. You see, I had the warm fuzzy on, and I took it off, and I had it on. It's just a great day. It's just Bob is out, sun shining, and couldn't be happier. So yeah, so thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. Hopefully you enjoy this video. I know it's not working on the cabin, but that's coming. I'll be up here all week, so hopefully I'll get lots of work done. So yeah, once again, thanks for coming. Make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon if you like what we're doing up here. If you don't, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think we could do better. It's not going to hurt my feelings, I promise. We make lots of mistakes, and we don't mind sharing them. So there you go. So until next time, thanks for coming, and be safe.